With some free time on my hands while being on the island of Bali in Indonesia, I thought it would be interesting and fun to grab hold of a motorbike and ride around the island. I only had two rules. One, to keep the ocean to the left, and two, don't rush. So I set off from Kuta and headed west. First thing was to get out of the hectic mayhem that is Kuta traffic. Like most of Southeast Asia, when riding in traffic, you have to think like you're a part of a school of fish, giving room to bikes and cars coming from the left, or right, or even straight ahead. Road rage doesn't exist here. It's amazing what you can actually get on a small motorbike, if you really try. Traffic started to open up on the main road that circles the island that I'd be travelling on. One thing I do like about this road is that there are quite a few parts that are tree lined, so the roads are shaded, which takes the sting out of the sun as I ride along. I'm never really surprised if I have a car in my lane coming head on towards me. That's why I stick to 40 k's an hour most of the time. Sometimes going up to 60 when there aren't any cars around. And always watch out for the Bali dogs. They do like to cruise the streets. Got my first glimpse of the ocean as the road hugged the coastline again. The first place I thought I'd check was just off the main road. So I've made my first stop at Balian, mainly because the seat on the bike is quite hard and my butt was getting sore. But get a drink and to check the surf out. The main surf break consists of a left and right peak. I've surfed here on and off over the last few decades. The right seems to be a bit longer of a wave, and there is another right a little further along the beach, just on the other side of the river mouth. The left seems to bowl up a bit more and wrap around towards you. And remember, Balian and along these black sand beaches, bring a pair of thongs or flip-flops as the black sand is fire hot. I headed back out to the main road, always giving way to the Bali dogs. When I see a small side road or track, I can't help myself. I have to check it out. This one did have a fun looking beach break. Light rain started falling, but the bonus is it cools things down. This is Medewi. It's about 2.5 hours northwest of Kuta along the coast, and it's actually a little fishing village which happens to have a long left-hand point break. Pretty mellow, it's not like Uluwatu or Padang Padang. The point has just one main street and the rest of the village is located further up on the main road. I'm staying at a place called Medewi the Point. It's just a little homestay at the top of the street. There are a few other places, a couple of nice ones right on the point. There's a few restaurants, a couple of wrongs, and not a lot else really. Apparently it is the longest left-hand point on the island of Bali. I gather it's going to need the right swell and direction for that to run the whole length, which is apparently 300 metres. It works best on a mid to high tide. Again, it is a mellow wave, but if you get waves that come up right against the rocks, they get a lot wallier, so you get a bit more speed and wall. The wide ones, they're pretty mushy. It's also tucked in, it doesn't get as much swell as Uluwatu and all the rest of those down on the peninsula, so it's a little smaller, so you do need a little bit more swell to push in to get some waves here. So yes, it is a mellow little wave, a mellow little place, little village, but if you're not into the hustle and bustle and want some peace and quiet, it's not too bad. I got into the water and surfed until late into the afternoon, getting out as things cooled off. And Bali did what it does best, tropical sunsets. So I've come down to the river mouth to actually find out what these guys are fishing for. And I've bumped into Agus. He's one of the local fishermen and he's telling me they're after lobster.
Yeah, I live here. I born here. I surfing also sometimes. Yeah, not very much. Yeah, depend the season. Winter time, yeah, a lot of squid and long-term fish, octopus. It's smaller, good for our net. Not much broken. For the bigger, lots broken.
I noticed what Agus was putting his nets into, and it answered a question from yesterday evening and this morning that I was curious about. I saw these guys paddling out these Hessian bags, but I wasn't sure what was in them. So, question answered. Well, this guy's got a way better way of getting in than paddling. I got in the water for another surf, as there was still a few fun ones about. I checked out Agus's bike before saying goodbye. Time to get my stuff together and continue on the journey. Subscribe so you don't miss the next episode of the trip around Bali. Until then, thanks for watching.